So, in my previous video, I talked about the advanced market structure, why you should trade the advanced market structure in 2025, and the reason for trading the advanced market structure, okay, why it has an upper hand over the basic market structure, why I give you the 5 rules of the advanced market structure, which is rule number one, there must be a sweep of liquidity. Rule number two, there must be a break of structure. Rule number three, there must be a 50% retracement. Rule number four, price must create a newly created price must take out the newly created liquidity. While rule number five, price taking out the newly created, rule number four, there must be another break of structure. While rule number five, pause must take out the newly created liquidity. Okay, so today I said I'm going to be showing you an illustration of what the advanced market structure actually look like on the chart, so that when you see it you can easily identify it. So you knowing the 5 rules, okay, by knowing the 5 rules, by understanding the 5 rules, you once you see this, okay, once you understand this concept, okay, there's no way that you are not going to be that you are going to be confused, okay, because this is all that you need, okay, to become a profitable trader in 2025. So if you are struggling to become profitable, this is the only video that you need. Okay, so let's go to time frame by time frame and let me show you what the advanced market structure look like, and also I'm going to be explaining it for you, showing you a real life example of what it look like. Okay, now you can see the structure right here. All right, if you can see the structure right here, you can see. All right, let's go to the 8 hour time frame. Let's go to the 8 hour time frame. All right, let me show you a clear structure of the advanced market structure. All right, so you can be able to see. Okay, so now you see something like this. Rule number one, you can see the rule number one. Okay, there must be a sweep of liquidity. Okay, now this, now you can look very well. This higher high you're looking at, okay, this week, this high you're looking at, okay, there must be a sweep of liquidity. What just happened? You see that this liquidity has been swept by this high, okay. There must be a sweep of liquidity, which means our first rule is already met, okay. Second rule, there must be a break of structure, okay. Now this structure has been broken. All right, this structure has been broken. Okay, now what does the third rule say? There must be a 50% retracement. So if you check from here to this point, from here to this point, there must be a 50% retracement. Now this is a 50% retracement, okay, to the higher high. Alright, now this has given you a 50% retracement. What is the next rules? Okay, our third rules has been met, okay. Now the fourth rule, there must be another break of structure. So this is the first break. This is the second break. Alright, this is the second break. This liquidity that has been swept, let's mark it, because once any rules meet our criteria, okay, when the structure meet our criteria, we're going to be marking it, okay. Now this is our higher protected high, okay, it's our protected high. What is the next rule? Okay, after we have the third rule, fourth rule, now price must come back into, price must, what would the price do? What is the third rules? Right, the fifth rules, after the 50% retracement, you're also going to be marking this. As we go deeper into this lessons, I'm going to be explaining to you the meaning of this second sweep, this first sweep and this second sweep, this protected high, this break of structure, so that you understand the meaning of all those liquidity. But first of all, I want you to understand the chart whenever you see it. Okay, you can always spot it. So once you can always spot it, once you understand the five rules, whenever you see the chart, it's not going to be so difficult for you to identify what you are looking at. Okay, so these four rules have been met. What will price do? Price will have to take out this liquidity. And what does price do? After moving, price take out the liquidity and then continue to the opposite direction. Okay, price continue to the opposite direction. So you can say that once you get to this zone, it starts selling. Now price is still going to start continue selling. Right, it's going to continue selling until it come back here. Once you see this in trading, it should be conversant with normal trade retracement. Okay, now this is our rules. It has been met, and you see that it's already playing out. Okay, now let's check other pairs. Let's see if we can still have the same rules, and let's see how it's actually still playing out. Okay, now let's check which pair should we check. Check V75 1S. Check V75 1S. Okay. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Go to the 4-hour time frame. Now we just did an example for a buy, for a sell. Now let's do an example for a buy here. Okay. Now if you look very well, this is our rule, the rules of the advanced market structure. You have to open your eyes, you have to understand the rules. Once you understand the rules, and it will be very easy for you to identify it on the chart. Okay, now rule number one must be a sweep. This is a sweep right here. This is a sweep. So I want you to focus on this angle. Okay, I want you to focus on this angle. Okay, this angle. Right, because that is the place you're always going to see before you start spotting out your structure. Okay, once you spot out the structure, the next thing for you to do is wait for price to come back and take out this liquidity and start moving to the opposite direction. With time, I'm going to be explaining to you what you need to look at for whenever price won't come to this zone to take it out, which is your POI, your point of interest. I'm going to be teaching you what is point of interest. So you're going to be understanding what you need to look at in this zone before you take your trade. Okay, now you see our first rule has been met. There must be a sweep of liquidity. Okay, this is liquid. There must be a sweep. Okay, now this liquidity right here has been swept. Okay, to the opposite direction. Okay, which give us our first break. And what is the rule number two? Which is the first rule, there must be a sweep. This second rule, there must be a sweep of liquidity. Price was break structure to the opposite direction. Okay, which is this. Rule number three is what? There must be a 50% retracement. Now this is a 50% retracement from this protected low, from this protected low to this high here, which is another liquidity. Okay, there must be a 50% retracement. Okay, after that, rule number four, there must be another break of structure. Another break of structure. This is the first, this is the second break of structure. This was the first break of structure. This is the second break of structure. Now what will price do? Price is going to start moving, start creating higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, which is going to be creating liquidity to come back to this zone. All right, and take out the newly created liquidity, which is a 50% retracement, and continue to the opposite direction. So you can see our first rules have been made, our second rules have been made, and then you see that price upon all the movement, upon all the trend, okay, price still come back to this zone and then give us, take out this 50% retracement, which is our structural liquidity. I'm going to be explaining what liquidity is all about in our next trade, in the next topic, so that you understand why the 50% retracement is very important. I said that price come back to this zone and then take it out. Okay, it bought to the upside. You see, bought to the upside until it smashed TP. Now this is our target. See that price move all the way and then you still take it out. Price smash our TP. Price smash our target regardless, which is this, right? Which is this. So this is the rules of this is the advanced market structure. This is how you trade it. This is how you trade the advanced market structure and then you make money. Okay, the win rate of this is very high. So if you understand these rules of the advanced market structure, the same thing you look out for when you want to buy, the same thing you look out for when you want to sell. But for you to have more win rate, that is when you need to understand the concept of top down analysis, but we are still going to get there. So if you understand this very well, all right, if you understand this very well, you're not going to be having a whole lot of problem in your trading anymore. So let me give you more example. Okay, I'm going to clear this. Let me look for another buy structure here. Okay, let me look for another buy structure. I take a buy earlier today. So let me look for another structure here and show you how easy the advanced market structure is and how it's going to give you a lot of win rate. Okay, now let's look at this together. This is a 5 minutes time frame. Okay, if you look closely, you start seeing the rules of the advanced market structure. Okay, first of all, there must be a sweep. Okay, this is a sweep. All right, press break structure to the opposite direction. All right, now press give you a 50% retracement. If you draw your Fibonacci, oh sorry, if you draw your Fibonacci too, you're going to see that there is a 50% retracement. Okay, this is the 0.5, which is 50%. You see that this, all right, take your measurement from this protected low to this major high here. You see that it is up to a 50% retracement, which is 0.5, and this is up to 50% retracement. Right now, what price did is that price is going to move to the opposite direction and then it will still come back to take out this newly created liquidity and continue to the opposite direction. Okay, so if you mark, since it met our rules, let's mark it. Let's mark it. This class is not for if you're a total beginner in this. If you're a total beginner and you're watching this, it might be a little bit confusing. So you're going to get it as time goes on. Okay, so this is it. As time goes on, you're going to be getting the whole thing clear. So it's all about dedicating your time, consistency in learning. That is how you're going to understand everything fully. Alright, so this is it. So this is your POI. Price always come back to your POI and then continue to each direction. So you see that price meet our 5 rules of the advanced market structure and then it still matches our target. So this is it. So if you're taking this trade, this is 1 to 9 RR, 1 to 96 RR. Am I right? Yes. So this is it. This is the rules of the advanced market. This is the advanced market structure. This is how you trade it. So I don't want to make this video too long. So if you watch to this point, I believe you begin to understand the concept of the advanced market structure clearly. It's also known as the ARGO, which is about just trading structure and liquidity. So once you understand the 5 rules, the whole picture is going to be so clear for you, and also you are going to be getting everything straightforward. So if you're having any confusion, okay, you can click the link in my bio and then send me your structures, join my Telegram channel, and also if you do any analysis either with currency or crypto or the synthetic indices, because this works everywhere. So wherever you do your analysis, you send it to me, let me check it for you if you are right or you are wrong. And this is how you are going to learn this whole thing and perfect it very very well. See, this whole concept of the advanced market structure is going to really help you if you've not taken it before. Alright, so I believe this is simple enough. If you watch this video to this point, kindly subscribe to this channel and make sure you share, you like, you comment. Okay, backtest this system, backtest this over and over and over and over again so that you perfect it and then you start taking your own trade and you start winning more. Okay, so I'll see you in my next video where I'm going to be teaching liquidity. Okay, what you need to understand by liquidity and how you can also spot it using the 5 rules of the advanced market structure. So I will see you on the next one. Stay tuned, guys.